started sharing with others that I wanted to go pro at 47, people would kind of laugh it off. They wouldn't believe me. They're like, "Man, how old are you again?" They didn't believe that I could do it. I remember one of these buff guys was up in the gym and he was asking, "You really want to go pro? How old are you?" I told him I was 47, and then he said, "All right." So one day there was nobody in the gym, and he wanted to spar. It's usually not, you don't spar when the coaches aren't in the gym, but I never turned down a fade, so I went ahead and sparred with the guy. Let's just say after we sparred, he didn't come back to the gym for like a month. I don't know if he had to recuperate or what, but he never questioned me again about my desires to go pro. I remember when I was a kid, I think I was in junior high school. I grew up in martial arts, kickboxing. I remember going in a tournament, and in that tournament, we had never did any martial arts inside of a school. We only did it from watching Bruce Lee movies. My mom took us to the theater, and we watched Enter the Dragon and Fist of Fury and Return of the Dragon and Chinese Connection. We almost knew all the movies by heart, knew all the moves by heart. We practically thought we was Bruce Lee. So the guy across the street would see us practicing martial arts and sparring in the middle of the street. He's like, "Man, those kids are pretty good." And he used to go to the same school with Chuck Norris and Bill Wallace, some of the world champions in kickboxing. He said, "Man, I'm gonna bring you guys to a competition and see how you guys do." We had never been to a school. So he took us to the competition out there in LA and lent us some gis, some karate gis, asked us what kind of belt we wanted, put the belts on, and entered us into the competition. And I beat every kid. I had never been to a school. Just sparring in the street with my brothers. One of my best friends, his name was Danny Vega, and he got into a confrontation with a person. And when he got in that confrontation, I guess it ended up in a fight, and he ended up throwing a flurry on that guy that just blew my mind. The flurry was like a rapid fire flurry. I was like fascinated with how he threw it so under control. It was like rapid fire. And I was like, "Man, I gotta learn how to do that." He used to say he was the master with the hands, and I'm the master with the feet. Like they used to say in the kung fu movies. So ever since then, I started hitting the heavy bag and playing around, but nothing serious till I turned like 47 years old. I was like 47 years old, so I was always wanted to be a pro boxer, but there was never really any local gyms around where I could go and train. I always knew that it was in me, and I could take a good punch, and I was very fast and athletic. So at 47 years old, I just went there to the gym just to share some things. One of the boxers that was there, and then I started to train there. My first trainer was JJ McAllister, Joseph McAllister. He started teaching me how to do some basic combinations, 1 through 6 punch combinations. And then after that, I asked him, I said, what do I have to do to turn pro? So he showed me, said I had to do some exhibition fights and stuff like that so I can get some experience and do whatever. So I started training, and then I went ahead and got in the Masters competition and fighting in the Masters competition. And when I started sharing with others that I wanted to go pro at 47, people would kind of laugh it off. They wouldn't believe me. It's like, man, how old are you again?
What do you think that separates the good from the great?
The hard work, the discipline, the determination, the will, the faith and belief in self that you can do it. I look at it as a beautiful sport. The beauty of boxing. Passion. Passion about which part? When you wake up in the morning.